What's going on, guys? It's your boy, John the Liquidator, coming back with another video. And it looked like the WNBA is making big-time excuses for the Minnesota Lynx dropping the biggest goose egg, I'm going to say, WNBA history. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Minnesota. Let's get it. Let's go. Now, one thing I want to say is, guys, today is my birthday. And, I'm 35 today. So those you guys wonder how old I am 35. And I just want to thank you guys for rocking out with me here on the channel. Probably won't be doing nothing too special today, just chilling and making videos, doing what I do. But I do want to let you guys know, if you guys want to send in a donation, you guys can donate to my Cash App. It's linked in my description on my YouTube channel. But with all that being said, let's get down to business. And that is the media pretty much trying to give excuses for Napheesa Collier, Cheryl Reeve, and his whole damn team with losing this Commissioner Cup. Now, we know the Indiana Fever is way past this game. They don't give a damn. They won. They got their money. The Las Vegas Aces. So they turned the page and moved on. Now, the WNBA media is trying to say that the Indiana Fever was too physical. Oh, my God. The referees messed up so bad. They messed up so bad in this game that it was just too damn physical for the Minnesota Aces, which is playing the Minnesota Lynx playing the Indiana Fever. Oh, the referees just let them do all type of stuff. Oh, man, it was just too physical for them. Now, Napheesa Collier was getting fouled. Aaliyah Boston was just doing too much. Now, when the same thing happens to the Indiana Fever, don't nobody say nothing. Oh, this is how it is. All the Indiana Fever fans always complaining. Oh, my God, they whiners. Oh, man, they always trying to say the ref. Now, we know the referees is always playing a factor. The referees is always doing something to make this juncture not run smoothly. Well, in this case, I know what Stephanie White's game plan was. Stephanie White's game plan was to go into this damn game and do what other teams do to them back to them. And that, my friends, was the biggest element of surprise it had to have been for the Minnesota Lynx, because they wasn't expecting a physical, gut-wrenching basketball game, and Natasha Howard and Aaliyah Boston put it on them. Well, there is a podcast, there is footage going around of WNBA reporters basically controlling this narrative, trying to say now that Indiana Fever is too physical of a basketball team. Watch this footage, guys.
But with that news, Indiana Fever became a complete underdog. And I think everybody was counting them out. I put a poll, a very low stakes, a poll on my Instagram stories where I'm like, hey guys, this is what's happening. Who's going to win? 95% of the people chose the Lynx. And I think we were all thinking that. And at the beginning of the game, that's what I kind of started off by saying. It looked like that. That was the runner-up last season Lynx, the defense. How many shot clock violations did the Fever have? It was, Napheesa Collier was getting her jumper. She had the touch, the turnaround shot. And then the worst thing happened was the first quarter ended for the Minnesota Lynx. That was the worst thing, for that buzzer to sound. The second quarter was a completely different story. They went on an 18-0. If you count after halftime, coming back in, it was 20-0 run by the Fever. And the Lynx did not score for almost 8 minutes of that second quarter. That can't happen. That is crazy. And to me, and I wonder if you agree with this, because it's not necessarily that, I think their offensive flow for the Lynx side was a little, I think Courtney Williams was over dribbling sometimes. They weren't as crisp with their passes that they usually are. But I think Fee got really frustrated by the refs. I think the physicality by Aaliyah Boston, by Natasha Howard, really started getting in her head.
Now, this is when their conversation take a turn for the left, because now they're finna go on record and pretty much say that you know, the Indiana Fever was too physical. The referees wasn't calling things right. And ultimately, this is what caused the Minnesota Lynx to look the way that they looked. This is what's caused Nafisa Collier to not perform the way we all know that she can. But it's just quite essentially the element of surprise that was really taken back with the game plan that Stephanie White laid out for this team. And she basically outcoached their coach, bro. Shuri was outcoached, I think, bro.
And she couldn't move past it. And I think that's when I saw just something kind of not really connect with Fee, and that messed up her touch. She wasn't able to hit baskets. She finished with only 12 points. That's not like her. But I feel like it was a little bit of that physicality and a little bit of the refs that she was battling. What do you think?
1000%. And this was very uncharacteristic for the Lynx and for Fee. Like, we know Fee to play through anything and play with so much poise and composure. But I thought Aaliyah Boston, Natasha Howard, even Michaela Timpson for spurts in the moment had some really good minutes on her, trying to be physical as possible with Fee, because that's what you have to do. You have to make your presence felt. You have to limit her touch as much as you can. You can't stop her. You just try to pray and neutralize her, but you make things tough. And that's what they did. They were super physical, and you try to get in players' heads like that in that manner to take them out of their game, out of their swing. Only 6 points in the first half for Fee. Again, uncharacteristic. Even from the three ball, like, everyone is a 3-point shooter on this team. Only 25% from the arc. The ball movement wasn't as sharp as, you know, we're used to seeing. The pick and roll action kind of died down. It was cold shooting. And a lot of these shots, I would definitely give credit to the Indiana Fever's defense, but a lot of their shots that the Minnesota Lynx took, like, these are their shots. Any other day, they're falling. It seemed like a lid was on the basket at one point, but credit, I want to give all credit to Indiana's defense. I thought this was probably the best defensive performance we've seen from them this season. But that's credit to a Natasha Howard trying to make things as tough as possible. Like, yes, she had 16.
Now, granted, now they're giving credit to the defense, because you have to. You can't just give it all. You can't just make excuses and not give credit to this team for showing up and outplaying the Minnesota Lynx, because that's how they ultimately won the game. They was outplayed, outcoached, and basically element of surprise is something major, bro. That is the women's hoop show. You guys can find them on YouTube. That clip there was from their most recent one, which was yesterday. But guys, get down in the comment section right now. Let me know your thoughts about it. Now, Caitlin Clark will not play today. News came out yesterday that she will be missing this game against the Las Vegas Aces. Ain't no telling when she's coming back. I said this before. I believe Caitlin Clark comes back before or right at the beginning of this all-star break, man. But guys, today is my birthday, and thank you so much for you guys. You can tell me for the birthday witches. Guys want to make any donation, it's Cash App, is $ John the Liquidator. That's all you gotta do. You guys want to send me some. But like always, man, until next time, shake the haters off. God bless you all. I'm out of here. Peace out.